Here we are live.
We're not live, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Are we?
Yes, 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 yes.
It's not showing on me. Good afternoon, Gossip Talk Shows family. Is Nomsa here at Gossip Talk Shows. Find your own voice, lead from within. So with me today, I'm with Claudia, guys. How are you, Claudia?
Hello, Nomsa. Hello, everyone. And I'm very well. Thank you so much. The sun is shining today.
Awesome, awesome. Yes, the sun is
It
shining.
is actually. Yeah.
Everyone seems to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the topic today is how to be in your personal power. There's comes a moment in every person's life when you realize no one else can walk your path, no one else can speak your truth, and no one else can carry the fire that burns within you. Personal power isn't about control, it's not about ego or dominance. It's about alignment with who God created you to be. It's about standing tall in your truth, even when the world tries to silence your voice. To be in your personal power is to live from your center, from love, integrity, and courage. It means setting boundaries without guilt, leading with compassion, and trusting that the divine within you is greater than a storm outside you. So, Claudia, you chose this topic. Actually, now that I'm actually thinking about the introduction,
Mm-hmm.
uh, there was a guy yesterday at Arsenal Emirates
Mm-hmm.
Stadium. The event was arranged by Rebecca, one of the British Olympics. Um, one of the guys they interviewed, he actually spoke about the power within you, but he was in a different way because
Okay.
they were asking him if you were to give someone advice, what advice would you give him? He said you have to believe in yourself. You have the power within you.
Yeah.
Because if you don't believe in yourself, people can come, different people can come and help you, but you won't be able to take your life to the next level if you don't believe. So he said to him to be where he is, he had to believe in himself.
Mm.
So I think in spirit we're connected, and then Claudia comes in with the same similar topic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think we're connected.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Actually, we were, Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
So, absolutely. And this is again just like showing that we were supposed to talk about this. And I'm picking up as well. Believe in yourself is what the one, you saw yesterday. So this
yeah.
is what he said, believe in yourself. Okay, so I picked that up. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, believe in yourself. And this is a good reminder as well. And how do we do this? How do we get back to actually believing in ourselves, after growing up and going through childhood and school and teenage time and everything, where we do things and but someone else outside of us tells us, oh, this is not the right way, or you don't do things this way and everything, like all the stories people tell us why we are not doing the things we want to be doing. And then as well, we believe them again outside of us, yeah. So this is actually a good reminder for us to come back in regards to believing in ourselves. Well done. I like this.
Yeah, even when the world tried to shut your voice,
Mm-hmm.
because I just loved yesterday. This girl, she's very young, very beautiful. She won an award in NHS, and because so the reason why I went because they have speaking opportunities and stuff. So I wanted to just to be part of them and see how they work and stuff. They have really different opportunities if you want to work, if you wherever the area you want to work with them. Um, so because people complaining with my talk show that I talk about God a lot, so they even reported me to social services about this. So then I was like, They are not my audience because my audience will agree with what everyone has their own audience. So imagine the stadium is covered with 8,000 people.
Mm.
And then this girl, she's talking where Jesus took her life from rejection and to promotion after promotion until where she is today. And then I'm hearing the stadium is covering with amen. So I was like, that's more like it. She's being authentic. She's like, because if you're a Christian, you're a Christian. You have to speak like a Christian. But if you're not a Christian, you can't speak like a Christian.
Mm.
So this is where the power within you that it comes in, Claudia, where you don't have to copy anybody. You have the power within you to show up as authentic. Do you? By the way, what was in your mind anyway when you chose the topic? We want to know.
I mean, I as I did say to you, I didn't come up with the topic still by yesterday, but yesterday evening I went with my two friends to London and we watched a talk given by Gary Zukov. He's
Mhm.
like 82 years now, but he has written several books, and one of his very famous books he wrote 40 years ago. It's called The Sea of the Soul, and this is apparently one of his most famous books. Gary Zukov, an American. And
Is he American?
yes, he's American. Yeah. And then I was just going to the talk, and then I was curious in regards to what it is I was picking up so that we can talk about it. And funny enough, I got that and you got that too. So here we go, Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
So where were we again? Personal power. Let me just
Yeah, I
see.
was talking about personal power within you. I think is you have to show up authentic. If you have that
Yeah.
power within you, you show up
Mhm.
authentic.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Again, okay, yeah. So, and a good reminder as well that everything already is within us. And we've heard this, obviously, We've heard those things a few times, maybe already by now, but we tend to forget. We tend to forget. It's just something in us humans that we always look for something outside of us, okay? For example, if you think of something you at work and you are doing a great job and the boss is praising you as well, and sometimes as well we do get the recognition because we want to be validated, okay? So we are seeking for validation as well, and or whatever it is, some gratification as well at work, for example, like and or people, usual type as well of the people who are going, they want to be actors as well, and they do this, it's inside of them, because some of them, they didn't get the recognition and the validation, and they have not been seen by the parents as well, so they grew up and this is lacking inside of them, so they are aiming to become an actor or actress because they are looking to be validated again from outside. So basically, all the things we are aiming to get from outside because we don't see our personal power we have inside of us. And even if we didn't, get the certain validation or gratification of being seen or heard as well by our parents or the caretaker when we grow up, even if this was the case, and it usually is in many examples, because even the best, like up-leveled parents are not able to give us everything or have all our needs as well met. Yeah, it's just not possible. So anytime anything is lacking inside of us, we don't know how to give this personal thing to us. So the thing we do know, and we think because we've been taught and programmed by the society that we have to go outside and get the thing, you know. But what if you can give yourself the, you know, the validation and the gratification as well, Nomsa, yeah? Mm?
I think you're right, Claudia, when you talk about validation, because I don't know if you remember, like I always talk about where I used to like take 2 hours getting dressed and
Yeah.
making sure that when I stepped outside, I didn't step in the mud because I was looking for validation from people. Like I was like, I just need, like when I'm getting into an event, I got to look good and people have to say, oh, Nomsa looks awesome. So it makes me feel good. But when I sat down and I was like, I'm doing all these things, but the inside of me, it doesn't feel good at all. So I had to rewrite my story. Now I get dressed 40 minutes. People are still doing the same thing. Oh, no, so you look good. But that I don't need, I'm no longer needing their validation. When I'm getting dressed, whatever I'm doing, I'm now me feeling good. Am I feeling good in this? Do I actually like this? As long I like it, as long I feel good, I just go out feeling good inside of me. But before, for me, it was all about validation. Even when I come online, when I first started, I think when I first started, I had worked it out that actually I don't need validation, but is then they add some of the speakers like views and stuff. They are obsessed about views, how many views. Then I was like, it's actually not about the views. It's about someone who comes to your talk show and they resonate with you. That one person that comes in and they go and change their lives. Because whatever we say here, is going to last forever. Our words have been broadcasted on air. They last forever. And one day God will say, you blessed this person with the words that you spoke. So here's your blessings. So for me, that's what I believe. And also you mentioned that we are taught and programmed by the society on how really to show up, how to do things and things like that. But if we do things because of how we are programmed, we are not being authentic. Our identity, I think the most important thing that is important in all this is waking up to who you really are as a person and understanding your personal power is your identity, not living in labels like you said, Claudia, living in mothers, whatever failures, being too loud, parents' failures, not we thinking that we are not enough. Uh, we just have to know who we are and declare who we are as a person. You are what you decide to become. Speak it out loud. Like I've realized myself, people trying to pull me back to who I used to be, but I can't be that person. And at the same time, they are not cautious, but when they look at me, they don't see the time that I have spent changing my life. They're still wanting to take me back to that norms that used to be within me that I created that does not exist. But now I've gone back to who I used to be as a child, my authentic self, where I know that I'm never going to be perfect, but I'm embracing my imperfection. And still, people don't like it because I don't go to them and say, oh, by the way, I've got these problems, I've got this. When I've got problems, I just either deal with them or I speak to other coaches and ask for help. So, what advice would you give someone who is in that position? Because for me, Claudia, it's like don't be in my life. If you want to destroy my life, don't be in my life.
Mhm. I mean, the thing is as well, um, when we change, or when we decide to, yeah, when we consciously as well want to change and go this path you chose to go as well, people in our lives, friends, and even family as well, they, well, they can feel as well a bit intimidated or threatened as well by this because ideally they would love us to stay where we are, yes, stay how we are, because this makes them feel more comfortable as well, just like that nothing really changes. Okay, so these people, yeah, just they feel a bit intimidated as well by you. They don't want you to change, like all the stories in regards to that you might be, yeah, just like drifting away from them, or getting too much or too much about you as well, and so on. But and it's quite common out there as well that basically sometimes we just outgrow people, but again, we might be scared as well of this because obviously it involves friends and as well family too sometimes, and we can be scared of this too, that we don't want things to change or these people as well to leave us. But I don't know, it's just we can't really stay small just to please them. So this is not the right way as well. Or we can try to stay small, but then the inner pull inside of us will become louder and louder and louder because we are not supposed to stay where we are. Otherwise, we would not be called to, to change certain things or to read books, to go to lectures and so on, we would not be called to do these things if we are not supposed to do this for us to grow and to expand. And we are here as well to grow and to expand. We are not supposed to just like stay on the same level 20, 30, 40 years later on. So, and realizing this, sometimes we just have to let those people just be, or let them just go, and we continue to be true to ourselves, to go our path. And down the line, not everyone will just drop away as well from us. Sometimes people as well, they come back because they just realize as well that that it is what we are doing is actually good for us, and we didn't become just like full of ourselves and arrogant and so on. So people might circle back to us as well, okay? But the most important thing, meanwhile, is that we are true to ourselves and do how we are or what we are feeling pulled towards to do and towards to go, because again, this will bring us as well to feeling fulfilled, purposeful, and in our power as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I like when you said, Claudia, sometimes we have to let people go and let people be as well. And for me, that's my belief that I said to, like, when I'm watching, like, when you go on social media and stuff, you have the content that you like, you have the content that you don't resonate with, so you actually scroll and watch what you like. So when I was listening to that girl yesterday when she was speaking, I just felt this relief that I just like people when they are being authentic of who they are, not trying to fit in, because she's a Christian and she spoke with conviction that, you know what, I am where I am because of God. And the whole stadium, they went amen. And I was like, they are trying to rewrite the person that I have become. So I'm not going to be that person. And at the same time, I understand these people, they don't believe in God. But if you don't believe in God, you don't follow Nomsa. Because for me, that's what I believe, that anyone that follows me, they got to follow me because they like me and they like my content. And I know that, like you said, the family sometimes they might not agree with whatever you do. They might feel threatened with all these things and stuff. But for me, I'll celebrate a member of my family when I see them making some changes. I don't know, maybe it's because there's nothing normal about me. I don't know. I just like celebrating people. When I see someone make some changes, Claudia, I'm like, what took you so long to change, make some changes? So I love that. But at the same time, I'm very, very clear with my audience that if you don't, obviously, my identity comes from Dr. Olukoya. Dr. Olukoya teaches things about generational cares and stuff. He's my father. And Pastor James, at the age of 4, he worked for Lucifer until I think he was 25. And he was one of the biggest witches in Uganda. So you can see my language, where it comes from. And that was tortured by Lucifer too. So you can see. So I try to tell people that, listen, my story, what I've been through, if you don't resonate with it, don't connect with it. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to change for no one. And I'm just here to speak my own truth. There are some people who have different beliefs. I don't know about you, Claudia, but then at the same time, as a coach, you don't have to speak because you want people to like you. I've learned that from Pastor James. He's like, he used to go online and speak, and apparently his spiritual father will call him and say, what are you doing? That's not your identity. Be authentic. He was trying to be like everybody else. So he learned that the hard way. And even Dr. Olukoya teaches us to be authentic. You have to, it's like everything that we go for business and everything. MFM, they teaches us business, how to build your business-minded person, but in God is why. Even Tony Robbins teaches that, how he had to memorize the Bible in order for him to, Jim Rohn taught him that.
So what does the Bible say about personal power? What can you recall?
You know, the personal power, God lives within us. People seem to think that God is outside, but He's within us. It's when we decide to reject that power.
Yeah.
That's when things go wrong, because He's the creator of the earth, but He lives within us. So that power, because for me, I don't have to go outside. The help, it comes from within. Is that the power where when I decide to say, okay, this is the identity, I'm like, God, show me my original self. So this is when God shows you your original self. But let's say, what does God say about the personal power? So what do you think, Claudia?
I mean, okay, I didn't read the Bible, but now, being with it as well, that it is inside of us, yeah, that it is inside of us, and that we have to, I'm just now trying to channel, if you know what I mean, okay, yeah, to channel a bit the Bible, that we are born with it, but then again, we forget about it, because life happens to us. But then as well, we are here to remember as well how to reconnect with it again. I don't know. This is a bit what I'm just like channeling right now. Yeah. So, yeah. So remembering again and reconnecting as well with it, ideally as well within our lifetimes.
Yeah, yeah,
Lifetime. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, because the Holy Spirit lives within us. He guides us through. God gave us the Holy Spirit. Is then up to us whether do we want to use it? Because for me, I believe, my belief with God, since I was a child, I figured that out, that God is always there. And it was one day when a member of my family, I think I wanted to go and visit. I wanted to go and see my mom. I'd made a decision that I want to go and see my mom. And a member of my family, they locked me inside. They locked me inside my daddy's house, and they took the keys away.
Mm.
And then that power within me, because I looked at that person when they were locking the door, and I was like, why would you do this to me? I want to go. I want to go and see my mom. Why would you do this? You're not my dad. So that power within me, because I called for help, I was like, I could feel the anger rose, the anger rose. And the next thing, I'm sitting there, and the next thing, I'm rising, like Supergirl, I'm rising up, like demolishing the roof of my father's house. And then I was going, and then I was like, and then this thing, like within myself, I had this voice saying, go. So then I just left. But then when I was running, the distance that you drive a car, it took me half an hour. But then after that, my memory was erased for me not to have that, not to carry that memory. But then when I went through human blood sacrifice, it was then God reminded me that, Nomsa, remember who you are. You can rise. The power, you have that power within you. So that's when I realized, actually, is what you think as a person. And then I said, and then when I realized that the power is within me, and then I said, why didn't you just open the door like you power? Why didn't you use your power to actually break the door and get me out of the door? Because you demolished the roof, and now you got me in trouble. Everyone now is after me. And then I realized that he wanted to make a statement that I am God, because at the time as well, I was fasting as well. So that's how I realized people, when I talk about you can't change a human being, they don't understand when I'm talking about the power. For me, it was then God reminded me those memories, he brought them back, that Nomsa, you can fight. You remember how I helped you. But then I said, in my mind, I was like, you helped me, and now everybody's after me because they think I have power. They don't have the power. But it was then I realized, actually, we all have that strength within us, is how is the beliefs that we have. Because for me, there was nobody else that I loved. I loved my parents. But it was God that I knew, the angels of God will come and surround me. So it was then when I was angry and I said, Gary, if you are there, I need you right now. If you are there, because that person had locked me. And this thing had been going on for too long. And I was like, if you are there, show yourself. And when that show himself, I was like, I saw myself, the anger, like it was like rising, and I was like out. And that's when I said, like, when I was going through the sacrifice, I was like, God, you could have just opened the door for me, the window maybe, to keep me safe. It was like the window. But then I realized that that was a sin, that he wanted to make a statement and to say that you can't do this to my child, to the person that I love. So that's what happens. So I'm sharing this with you guys because people always say, I'm not enough. I can't do this, I can't do that. But I think we are enough. As long as we believe that power within our identity, what we believe to be true about myself, about ourselves, is what we become.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And again, it's always good to be reminded and to be hearing those things until we finally get the message, until, sometimes as well, like you heard the same message several times until one day it actually clicked and something shifted inside of you.
Yeah.
Then it's always good as well, to say this out loud as well. And the thing is as well with personal power, sometimes, I mean, we could be as well afraid of it, yeah, afraid of it subconsciously, that we might think that we are going to change by being in this state, or being this person as well, like, so it is important as well to see what fears actually do we have in regards to being afraid of being in our personal power. And those fears are there. They can be subtle and they can be different for all of us, but like as well to understand what would actually happen, when I, am this person, like I am in my personal power. How is my family going to react to this, or my husband, or like the friends as well? So this is actually as well a bit related to what we covered earlier, that some people are, in our life, they do want us to stay the way we are. They don't want us to change. It would make them uncomfortable, okay? But this now comes back to us. So where are we afraid on some level of stepping actually in our personal power? So this is as well something to be aware of, what goes inside of us. Yeah.
I like that when you say when we are afraid, because when I look back at that moment, I wasn't afraid of anything. I think I was 15. I wasn't afraid of anything. To me, it was like, okay, God, I'm really angry right now. I just want to go. But you say you are the God that is this. Where are you? And he was like, I'm here. I take you. It's like, what? Okay. And then the angel is like, fly me in. It's like, and he just like, but now the pastor is the one that I'm thinking, like, when I tell them off, I'm like, you can do that. You just stop annoying me. Like, the power comes within it. It's just the belief. When you believe that you have power within, because for me, my survival, for me to survive now that I'm in the UK and I'm being told that I'm going through human blood sacrifice, I'm looking at these people, I'm like, have you all gone mad? What is human blood sacrifice? But then and this guy, he comes to me, sit next to me, he says, Nomsa, you know who you are. In other ways, he was telling me that to stop anything else and just focus, connect with the true me, the real me, that is me. It was like, you know who you are. So forget about anything else, just focus on who you are. And that's when I realized that actually he wants me to fight. And I was like, I can do this. Okay, I can do this, but how can I do it? And it was then I realized that actually I'm not on my own. God, there's that power that is within. There's a story that sometimes we tell ourselves. So sometimes you have to heal that story, the story that I'm not enough, the story of no one was there for me. No one, for me, when I speak, when I was going through sacrifice, no one was there. I'm trying to show people that although people were not there, but there was something greater that was there. And that's why I had to pull through it. You don't have to say, oh, my mother was not there, my father was not there when I was growing up, or people are not there, or no one is there to help. That power within, if you seek, let's say if I'm sitting here and say, God, send my helper. This is what I need. Send me my helper. You could ring me, Claudia, and say, oh, Noms, I just thought about you. And I'll be like, oh, I was just thinking about this. And you'll be like, I can help you with that. So that's how it works. But if you think about, I'm not good enough, that power shuts down. It doesn't. But me, I don't go to that place where I'm not good enough. I don't go to a place where I know it all. It's like I'm surrendering myself. I'm divorcing what I think I know. I am not knowing anything. I'm like, right now, God, I need help. How can you help? Even if I'm in front of the computer, I'm stuck with something. I can ask you for help maybe for a few days, and one day the voice will just come in and say, put the computer on. And then I just put the computer on. And the next thing, the thing that I'm trying to do, to ask people to do, I end up doing it. So that's why you have to stay focused. Be in a mindset where you just want, you know what? Even though I don't feel good about this, but God can send my helpers towards me, or I can find this solution. I don't know how, but God, you are there, you exist. Me, I was raised by the angel of God. God, people used to, but what happened is because the people knew who I was. I'm going to share this with you guys. For those who like to maybe go to, like even business events, when you go to business events, you have to make sure that those people, they're not into occult or anything, because once you enter there, your mind will not make sense anymore. You'll get stuck all the time. For me, I entered this church. They already knew who I was. They found me, and because they use the familiar spirit on air, the flying birds. So me, I thought I had gone there voluntarily, but I hadn't. But once I entered that place, the angel of God disappeared, because I entered the church that was run by Satan. So the angel of God was no longer, my protection was no longer there. But when I went back now, repenting to God, that's when I realized actually my angel is back, because they wanted my protection to go so they can enter. So it is very, very important, guys. You have to monitor your mind, monitor your body. Sometimes your body may feel heavy when you go to other places. You feel heavy, it means you've entered the wrong place, because there are so many people who are into occult, even mostly business people that are into occult. So you have to read the history about that person, and just know that when you go to them, they are not into that. But when you enter that place where people is your mind, where it does not make sense anymore, you're not thinking, you feel stuck, your body is feeling heavy, you don't have, even when you are trying to connect with that power within, you're no longer connecting with it anymore. So that it happens to you. So when you want to connect with your power within, you have to make sure that the people that you surround yourself with, they are not into Satan, because there are so many people who are doing so many different things. I can recognize even some of the speakers here at Ngozi talk shows, when they tell me that, Nomsa, I'm feeling stuck, I'm feeling this, I'm like, who have you watched? Even some of my friends, I'm like, who have you watched? But I can't tell them, because not every speaker is actually, some people, they are into things. I've learned that when I was under sacrifice, like when I go to these big speakers,
Mm.
you will see that people they come in, they connect everybody, just taking people's souls. But I didn't know what it was until Pastor James started to teach. That's when I realized, it was connecting to people. So if you go to people that like too much psychics,
Mm.
you are likely to your soul to be taken through that person.
Mm. Yeah.
So you lose your power, that power within. So
Yeah.
that's where my teaching is different because I do a lot of research.
I,
I'm explaining this because my soul was taken to,
I,
I
I
did
get
not
that.
give it away, but it was taken too.
Mm,
So
I know there are like people out there and they just work. They don't work with the light of God. They decided to disconnect.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you've experienced it, Claudia. There are some
Yeah.
people who have experienced it, but they don't know what it is. But that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's just like people, or sometimes even, and not people as well, like beings, but people as well that, yeah, just have disconnected from the light as well from God because they just, yeah, because God didn't give them the things they wanted, or it just takes too long if they have to go the human way. So they decided to disconnect and they are going with some other energies in regards to dark forces or so on, yeah, where they can get, yeah, the
Yeah.
things they acquire, the things they want as well, much faster, yeah, but it's not ideally as well the best round to go this way. Yeah, I've heard this too, absolutely. Yeah.
So, Claudia, what would someone who don't know what they stand for? What advice can you give that person who doesn't know what they stand for?
So what they stand for in regards to what stand for?
In regards to their values or just life in general?
Okay, just laughing. I mean, okay, I mean, we do need clarity ideally, yeah, because if we don't have clarity about anything that concerns us in our life, then how can we then go about and get the steps towards the desired thing and get as well ready to be in our power if we don't have the clarity? So we could start. I mean, values are actually important. So, what are your current values right now in your life? And we change. Throughout life, our values are changing, and that's fine as well. But what is actually important for you right now? Is it family or connection or peace? Like um, or like success and fame as well, to work, to go working so that you get a bit of the reward as well there. So it is good to sit down and to be sure to have like 3 4 values currently important for you, and don't take too many because otherwise it's too much giving out of all your energy, and gets too confusing as well. 3 to 4 values, choose them, and then you can already, it already gives you a bit of a structure, because then you know as well where you want to be, where you want to go, because it doesn't align with your values. You would choose the situations or the people as well in your life, or the ones you want to spend more time with, if they align with your values. And you would say no to people or situations and circumstances, events that don't align with your values. So this is actually a good thing. Yeah, get clear of them. Yeah, get clear of your values.
I like it also when you say don't confuse yourself, don't pick too many and confuse yourself.
Yeah.
I like the simplicity, keeping things very simple.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Because the thing is as well, we tend to get overwhelmed, like overwhelm is a thing, is a feeling that is going on as well in our lives. And I get this too, depending what is going on in what area of my life, I can feel overwhelmed as well. And I just don't like it, I one of my values actually is peace as well currently, like calm and peace. And then the overwhelming part, it doesn't really go well with my peace and calm. So yeah, I just don't do overwhelm.
Yeah, just keep it really simple, and also uh learning the power of no. No isn't rude, is not unloving, it's not an attack, is not like is a boundary. And stop explaining your no as well. I think that is important as well. Keep things simple, like Claudia say. Choose peace over drama. And I think that is really, really important. What else can you add, Claudia?
Yeah, personal power. Let me just see. Yeah, just like start as well to become a bit more aware of it, like and see where and when and in which areas of your life you still tend to not to believe in you, not to believe in your personal power as well. So just like start to bring a bit more awareness inside of you where these patterns as are still happening for you.
Yeah, and also the need to be liked. You have to detach yourself from it as well. And also stop asking people to see your worth. It's not worth it. Like I said before, if people wants to be with you, they will be with you. What else can we add? Speak from truth, not from your wound. Sometimes we speak to defend our pain instead of declare our standard. So it's really, really important to honor ourselves and to declare our standard. Like for me, what I keep telling people is, I am not going to change who God wants me to be.
Mm,
When I needed someone to be there, God was there for me.
mm,
And sometimes people, I might not be going through something, but if I share my story, someone might see my story and say, okay, I'm not going through similar things, but I'm going through something. So if Nomsa can pull through this, what is stopping me as a human being
mm,
to pull
mm,
through that problem? Because it's all about finding that power within. Claudia's topic.
mm,
Find that power within, and
mm,
then fight that. Find the strength, and then fight. Because life will throw you with things that you didn't ask for. It's just finding that strength. Most people that survive is the people that they learn to fight it to gain strength. So I think that is really, really important. And also not trying to make people like you. Just let those, like Claudia said before, let those who don't want to be around you to go. And mostly the people that don't want to be around you, they're the ones who come and say, oh, I'm very proud of you. I get people saying, I'm very, very proud of you. And I'm like, crap in my heart. I'm like, you keep discouraging me. You
mm,
are number one, my discouragement person. And they're like, I always believe in you, Nom. So I'm like, no, you don't. I wish I can say that in my heart, but this thing where you don't, I'm like, but you don't believe in me though. But there's one person on Facebook. There's this guy. He knows who he is. He so believes in me, and so many times, like yesterday, I ended up at Arsenal, but the link that he shared was the link all about university. So I clicked that link and I put my details and stuff. I was meant to fill the forms about the experience, work and experience and stuff. And then they ended up sending me the ticket to go to Arsenal. So I'm sitting there and everyone is saying all these speakers they're coming in and say it's all about the click, it's all about the click. I was like, it's me too. It's all about the click. I'm here today, freezing cold, enjoying this event because I lost my jacket because I clicked on the thing. But then when I was there, Claudia, I learned that actually again, one day if I stay with them and follow what they say, I could be one of their speakers as well. So that's what I came out with. I was like, I could be one of their speakers because I'm in on their database and I've just finished uni. So is this people like when you finish graduating, they take people and they connect you with the other people, like big companies, like if you are a speaker, they connect because like speakers, when you are a speaker, they say you need to pay for this for me to create your profile and stuff. But they don't do that. So what they do is if you are a speaker, you have power within you, believe in yourself. For them, they introduce you to big companies that are looking for speakers. So you sometimes some of them are overseas or whatever qualifications you have. So they connect you with that, but it's under Arsenal. So when I was there, and I'm like, power within, and now you come up with this power within, and everyone says it begins with a click, and I was like, yeah, you are right. I could have easily ignored that link, but me, I click on everything. I have to check first whether is it a spam or if it's no. If it's not a spam, it's a well-known name, I click on it. But that one was a university which is linked to them. So I just clicked on it and filling forms. And I was like, it's going to take me a long time, but ChatGPT helped me to do this quickly. Then I have to correct it, but then I ended up doing it. So I share this with you guys because there are some people that when you have power within, you have to believe that you are worthy to do whatever you need to do in life. Whether is it marriage, you are worthy for marriage. Whether is business, you are worthy to start a new business. Whether you want to get married to a billionaire or a millionaire, you're worthy to do that. It's only you have to have the mind of that person. You have to know how they think every single day. What else, Claudia, do you want to add? That was my words of encouragement, guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, just like, yeah, start to realize, pay more attention, and yeah, start to realize and pay more attention. Yeah, especially as well the thoughts where um when they creep up in regards to just the thoughts that are taking you away from being in your personal power. Question them as well, like, interesting, where did this thought just now come from? Okay, where did I pick this one up? Is it the collective, or is it someone someone from the family as well, a teacher as well? Like, really be aware what your beliefs and thoughts are around this topic, and start to questioning them. And just put them into put them into a file where it's just like, they've been with you for all so long in your life, but now you put them into a file where they can just like, yeah, be filed, and you don't need them any longer for you.
I agree with you, Claudia. It's just life begins with an action. Just take action, guys, and see where life is taking you. If you're watching us from any part of social media, please do subscribe to our channels. Do follow us on our Facebook groups. We have Nkosi Talk Shows Group and Unique Billionaire Mindset. And on Twitter, we are on Twitter. Please do follow us and share our videos. Spread love. I'm on LinkedIn as well, guys. Please do follow me on LinkedIn, those who are on LinkedIn, and be part of Nkosi Talk Shows family. And YouTube as well. Please do subscribe. Go to the website and www.hseia.coach and subscribe to our YouTube. And if you're looking for love, please do sign up. And God bless you and live with grace. We shall see you guys on Monday. I'll see you guys on Monday. Claudia will see you when she comes back. God bless everyone.